I think a lot of people are intimidated by attorneys, right? A lot of people don't like attorneys because they're worried about lawsuits and just the word attorney. So number one, I try to be approachable to the average person so we can have a normal conversation so they don't feel like they're coming to my office and being interviewed or being out of place. I want them to be comfortable. And I want them to understand that I'm not here promising the world. I'm promising to help them, not promising to get them rich or promising to give a goal that I can never achieve. I just want to be real. I try to stay true to the brand. When I had the vision of creating this firm, the idea was to try to make a firm that looks different than other ones, but provides a similar service. And I remind myself of that every week, especially when you look at competition and look at what other people are doing. I try to ground myself in what I'm building and what I want to accomplish and just stick with it, and it's working. The business of the firm. When you run a firm, I find myself practicing less and less law and more business. So what keeps me up at night is making sure that clients are responded to. That's a big part of my brand. So many law firms don't return phone calls, right? They get bogged down in the clients, they turn into a case number. We don't do that. So I like to make sure that clients' needs are being addressed. That keeps me up at night. Also, how to grow, how to scale the firm. What are we going to do to continue growing at the crazy level that we are? Those are two things. I've always wanted to do things my own way, right? I hate doing things the way that somebody else tells me I have to do it, and that gets us back to running an ad like someone else's ad. I've always kind of bucked the system. That's where that kind of passion and the fire comes from. I want to keep doing things the way that I think will work. And sometimes there's issues with that, right? It hasn't been the easiest road or the straightest road, but it's been my road. The passion is just inherent. I was just born with it. I don't think it came from a certain place. It's just there. Yeah, I want to be honest, number one, in my staff. I want to make sure that I'm listening to their needs and giving them an environment where they can give feedback, give suggestions that we can work cohesively to build the firm together instead of just having a group of people that are following my orders, right? I think that's very important. Integrity-wise, that things that I say I'm going to do, I do. Client or staff, I think it's important to listen, to communicate. I see my firm as being the predominant firm in Texas for representing injured children in a public or a private setting. I think there's a great need for representation of children who are being neglected, inadequately supervised, whatever it may be. And I think there's a lot of parents that don't know that their children have recourse, that they can get compensation, not just the parent, but the minor, and that the compensation, when we talk about money, it's not just a check that goes back to the parents, but oftentimes is money that may go into a trust or something to be there for the child when they go to school, college, or anything else for that matter. That's where I see myself, number one, service line wise. But number two, I still see myself centrally located in Houston. I don't want to create a firm that has 7 offices and we lose sight of that product. It's kind of like McDonald's. How do we create 10,000 locations and maintain product integrity? I want to do that. I don't want to lose sight of the mission.